Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm Milena.
I'm Lola.
And we're watching Mob Psycho.
Episode 7, I think, of season 2.
Yes.
Today is a continuation of episode 6, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I also edited it, and so I'm very excited for this one because, I thought episode 6 just brought... I think the plot with Reigen is really interesting. I'm very happy to see something and concentrate on his growth because this whole show is about Mob's growth. And I think he's doing a lot of that. And I love that we have this portion of Reigen's growth because it's always very well known. The relation between Reigen and Mob, I really love it. But in some aspects is kind of, unhealthy. And so I like that we are addressing that. And that now they can have a healthier relationship going forward where Mob has, drawn lines. What is acceptable and what isn't. I really like that we're doing that. And I think, we're going to resolve that issue in this episode.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next for Reigen and how he's going to actually deal with all this.
Yeah, I think we, last episode, we kind of learned more about him and, in his personal life. That he is very lonely. He doesn't really have many friends. And, he always thought, Mob needed him and everything, but he needs Mob. We even see that his parents, his mother sent him a mail where she is, disappointed in him and doesn't know what he's doing with his life, and he's sending advertisement for a job, which seems very realistic, that if a mother knew that her son is doing exorcism jobs, she was okay, just what is that? Now he has kind of concentrated his energy on becoming more and more, let's say, well known to the point where he has been invited kind of to a television show. He again saw that guy that we seen a couple episodes back who now wants to punish Reigen because he kicked him. And so he wants to show to the world that he's a fake. That could be a problem, but there's two options how this could go in my mind. The show is live. So either Mob sees it in time and then goes to the audience, and then when the master is supposed to be doing something, then Mob does it, and it seems like the master did it, and so he saves his reputation. Or number 2, the master does embarrass himself on national television and is all down and goes back to his office, but Mob is there because he's seen it, and now he's
cute as well.
Yes. So I feel those are our 2 options, and that all ends with a nice ending in my mind. Yeah. Again, where we draw boundaries between Mob and the teacher, because the Mob has his own life, and he can't be at the beck and call of the teacher whenever he wants him for a job or anything like that. And I love that we are addressing that, because again, the teacher said in the previous episode to Mob something along the lines of oh, those people are not your real friends and they're just using you because they know they can step all over you. And maybe that would have been true for Mob in season 1, but that boy has gone through a process and it's not true anymore, and he is just really surrounded by good people that helped him grow.
And also Reigen needed that to be true, because he needed Mob.
Yeah, and he needed Mob to need him.
He needed Mob to need him, exactly. So that's what he wanted to be true.
Yeah.
And thank God it's not.
I love that this is the thing that we are now doing. I love that storyline for both of them. And so I'm very excited to see what this episode brings. I think it's going to be a great one.
Yeah, I think it's going to end nice.
So let's just watch it and let's talk about it later. Cornered true identity, which would mean that he would be exposed. What do they say? Is it... Okay, get ready is in English. Is the next part in Japanese? Because I have no idea what they say. Teru. When am I gonna see you? Why are you in the middle? You're not in the episode.
You haven't been in one single episode. It would be funny if he's not gonna be in any episode until the end of the season. Look at him.
God, he looks halfway to the grave. Look at him. So cute and poor. He lives in Seasoning City and he loves salt.
VTR ではコックリさんをやっていて狐の霊に憑依されてしまったとのことでしたが、正確には北アフリカに生息するオジロス。
Why would he do this to himself?
例の正確な決闘まで。それではついに
Boy, did we take that in consideration? We did not, no?
Really?
今日はただ座ってコメントしてればいいって話だ。せっかく花を持たせてあげようと思ったのに、台本通りわしがやる。台本？そうか。待て。俺がやろう。
Oh, boy! Should've just let him.
今回除霊を見せていただくのは流星のように現れた期待の新鋭。
I'm gonna assume Mob is watching this. Karaoke! That's where Mob is, isn't he? Oh no, that was a while back. He thinks it's just a... yeah. Setup.
適当に除霊すれば暗黙の了解で少年はおとなしくなり
And I feel like he's actually possessed.
Oh yeah, of course he's actually possessed.
Yeah. Okay.
So things is
Okay, Mob, are we like...
honestly, doesn't seem like Mob is here.
Reigen 30分もお疲れさん。さっしかじじい。俺の見せ場だ。いや、除霊も何もこの子取り憑かれてないよね。演技じゃん。いや、じいさん、空気読めよ。せっかく番組が雰囲気作りしてるのに。大正解。スタジオの誰もが騙されていた中でよくぞ見破ることができました。 まさに本物の霊能力な存在が今ここに証明されました。
Oh, this is embarrassing.
私はさっきの除霊行為が何だったのかそこの方にお聞きしたいですね。いるはずのない霊に向かって何をされてたんですか。
もう
Oh god.
まさか霊覚な終わりでない。まあこれが彼の仕事のスタイルということで、じゃあ一人で30分も何やってたの？新しい踊り？その少年は霊に取り憑かれたそうだったから払ってあげたんですよ。取り憑かれた演技をしているだけでも霊が寄ってくるものですから。やめろ俺、これ以上喋ったら。霊との霊。昨日の見た怪奇探偵。見た笑った。公開処刑って感じ。
No!
あの人が詐欺師なんだよ。何か秘策があるのかな。被害者の会結成だってさ。花子も行く。
私たちは被害者じゃないでしょ。
Oh god, these two.
やっぱり詐欺師だったのか。内定気ならないのもこいつのせいじゃね。なあ、気のせいかもだけど、お前のバイト先の名前って霊とか相談所じゃなかったっけ。そうだよ。じゃあお前の師匠の名前って霊源新たか。え、そうだよ。お前知らない
Oh god, my boy has
今
them.
お前の師匠がテレビとかネットとかでめちゃくちゃ叩かれてるんだぞ。このまま有名になればいろんなメディアに進出できるかもな。それはあの人の作戦だよ。
Boy.
It's actually not.
さあ、はめられた。あいつらなんて鬼畜な。とりあえずこれ以上炎上が拡大しないように工作しないと。バレてる。
This is embarrassing.
3日もすれば世間が作り出した醜悪な霊言像はほぼ完成していた。
バカな、こんなの真実じゃねえ。よくもこんなデタラメな設定で塗り固めやがって。この俺をインチキ 気呼ばわりする輩を黙らせるために証人になってくれ。
Oh no, they don't even believe you.
おい、いつものうっとりさはどうした？
出て行ってちょうだい。私たちはもう騙されないから。
は？なんだよこれ。待ち伏せしてんのか？
Is this the same street like in the outro of season 1? You know, when he's walking, it's all black and white, but then he sees mom.
あなたには説明責任があると思いませんか？こんなに注目されてるんですよ。そうだ。られませんよ。気を開くかんだよ。
は？会見って。ああ。眩しい。やべえ。この度は集まっていただき、なんで集まってんだ？土壇場で急にめんどくさくなるのはよくあることだ。あなたには霊能力がありますか？ノーコメントでお願いします。なぜ答えないんですか？ないって返事でしか解決しない質問だ。
卒業文集では将来についてこう書いてあります。何かになりたい。なぜ霊感商法に手を染めたのですか？
なぜって。レーゲンさん、顔色が悪いな。
これ以上マスコミを敵に回すな。いいね、言葉に詰まった。
俺はなぜ霊能者として生きているんだ。儲かっていないし、面倒事も多い。雑誌の広告に着想を得て始めた雰囲気だけの商売。そうだ、実はとっくにやめようとしてたんだ。退屈だな。このままじゃマッサージ師と変わらねえ。そろそろ潮時くん。
Is there one more comes?
探偵とか面白そうだけど。
すいません、看板見てきたんですけど。
はいはい。なんでしょうって書き換えろ。何の用だ？
He'll go small kiss.
僕、超能力者なんですけど。
は？
自分の力をうまく制御できない時があって怖いんです。
このクソガキ、いたずらだな。誰かにそう言ってこいって命令されたのか？
いえ、誰にも相談できなくて。お兄さんも僕と同じかもって思ったんですけど。
虚言癖？いや、これは思い込みか。何にせよ冷やかしじゃなく真剣に悩んでるようだな。ま、入れよ。
はい。
俺も若い頃はよく悩んだ。なんだこいつ、希望に満ちた目で見てくる。重症だこりゃ。適当にあしらって帰ってもらおう。いいか、超能力を持ってるからといって一人の人間であることに変わりはない。足が速い、勉強ができる、体臭が強いなどと一緒で、超能力も単なる特徴の一つに過ぎない。個性として受け入れて前向きに生きていくしかないんだ。魅力の本質は人間味だ。いいやつになれ。以上。
また相談に来てもいいですか？
どうかな。俺も忙しいからな。とにかく今日は帰るぞ。おい、やけどに。おい、お前幽霊も見えるって言ってたよな。もしかして除霊とかできる？明日もこの時間に来い。
え、いいの？
力の使い方を教えてやる。その時、俺はその少年に憧れを抱いていたんだ。俺も何かを掴みたかった。特別な何かになりたかった。結果がこのざまだ。俺はあれから何も変わっていない。あいつをただ利用してきただけ。結局、何にもなれなかった。あいつの青春、一番足を引っ張ってるのは俺だったんじゃないか。あの時、ひどいこと言っちまったな。あいつは変わりたいのに囲い込もうとしてしまった。なあ、
Oh my god.
モブ、見てるか？成長したな、お前。
その問題になっていませんか？なんだそ
ているのか。念動力、凄まじいパワーだ。
レーゲンさんじゃなさそうだ。
これはため事じゃない。兄さん、兄さん。あなたはなぜ落ち着いていられるのですか。まさかあなたの仕業ですか。
さあ、何が起きてるんでしょうかね。
早く止めてください。これは一体何なんだ。
では、会見を終了させていただきます。
ちょっと。我々はどうなるんだ。
さあ、次のネタでも探せばいいんじゃないか。お前、なんで来たの？
なんとなく。
早くこの場を離れようぜ。しばらく駆け回るぞ、あいつら。
お前、知ってる？
何をですか。
俺の正体。ネットとか雑誌とか見てねえ
そんなの知ってましたよ、最初から。僕の師匠の正体はいいやつだ。
ラーメンでも食って帰るか。
はい。そういえば師匠、誕生日おめでとうございました。
That was so nice.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh,
This might be my favorite episode.
honestly.
This might be my favorite episode. Like, I really enjoyed it. I mean, still, the last episodes of season 2 and some season 1 and some of the episodes in season 2 have been amazing.
Yeah.
Especially because like there was a lot of action happening and stuff like that. But do you know what I love the most? Crying from happiness. That's what I like the most. Not crying from sadness, just crying from happiness. That makes me always appreciate everything much more. And that happened in this episode. I don't remember if that happened in some of the previous episodes.
This was exactly what I was expecting from this episode, like by the end. I mean, they just did it in a way that was so much better than I could have imagined.
Yeah,
but
honestly,
like,
it was better than
I just thought, Mob is gonna... I knew the skeleton of it. I was like, Mob is gonna come, help him, and then,
honestly,
they're gonna continue.
Even when you said your two theories, I liked second one much more. I liked it because, like, yes, he was on bottom even at the end of the previous episode.
I mean, technically
but, like,
both things happened because like he was revealed to be a fraud. Like technically that happened as well. I mean, and then Mob came and like that's your second option. Like that at the end, after he's a fraud, Mob is gonna wait there for him because he is a fraud. He should be revealed to be a fraud. There is nothing wrong with that. So like I was like, he's gonna be down. But like then Mob is gonna just like Teacher was there for Mob when he was a kid and he was really feeling bad about his powers and he was very afraid to use them, and Teacher was there for him and helped him with that. And now the Teacher is feeling really bad about everything. Mob is there for him. Yeah.
And I just appreciate that happening.
I mean, I love that it's again the same thing. We only watched the outro, I feel like once during season 1, but like all of the outro is Reigen. Like Reigen's life, like he's waking up, he's brushing his teeth, it's all black and white. And he's walking down the street, and then like he sees Mob and continues walking with Mob, and then like suddenly it's all in color.
That's
and
cute.
like that is that is what this is. Like that is what we also saw here. Like in the beginning it was awful, like that scene when he was revealed to be a fraud. Like it was, I got secondhand embarrassment. It was bad. Like it was really bad, and it felt like he's standing there, he can't really say much because like, live television and everything. And I mean, again, this is all, it was a lie. like he has been frauding people, and so like this was bound to happen at some point. And so he called the press conference, and at that point he was really at a low, like he had nothing. And I really like when they kept showing us him in his room, and it's all dark, like the curtains are drawn, and like it really represents his life. So he draws up the press conference kind of really defeated, and calls out the press conference, and prints out the apology that his mother basically written. You know, when he came there, he sort of didn't wanna say it, didn't wanna apologize, and he was like answering people's questions and everything. And then someone told him, we found your something that you wrote in high school, and you said that you want to become someone. That's what, you know, triggered him to be like, why was I doing this for so long? Like, why
did I even start doing this?
Yeah, and like he realized that it is because he just like wanted to become someone. And he started doing this, and he would have quit
and he
like moved on to something
yeah.
else. Yeah, he would have moved on to something else. But then Mob just came up, and we already saw this scene.
Yeah.
I mean, it was much
from Mob's perspective.
Yeah, it was Mob's perspective, and it was like less than we got in this episode. And we saw Mob, who like entered as a child. He was so small. He was so fucking small.
Yeah.
And who just like was so lost and didn't really know what to do with his powers. And he went to the teacher. Like to try to get something, like I don't know, I don't even think he knew what he was. He just needed some help, and then the teacher, I mean, Reigen didn't believe him at all. He was like, this is a prank, this is something. And so he just like wanted to tell him something so that he would leave. And the thing that he chose to tell him is that how this is just a part of him, and it doesn't really matter. It's like how you deal with it, and the most important thing is that you are kind. And you see the way that he looks at him when he's telling him that. With like all the questions in the universe answered, because it's so simple. And from then on, Mob, that's why he followed Reigen, because that's the advice Reigen gave him. It's not like Mob needed help with his abilities. He needed help with how to use them to be a good person. And that's what the teacher taught him, was just how to be kind. And that's what Mob needed. And so of course he always knew. I mean, we always knew that he knew.
Yeah, we always talked that like he
can not feel power.
Yeah, exactly. It's not important to him. That part of Reigen is not important to him.
Yeah.
So like I can't. The last scene just broke me when he told, when Reigen said, why are you here? Like, you saw the news, you know who I am. And he said, I always knew you're a very good guy.
Yeah.
Which was very, very, very beautiful in my opinion.
And I love when, like, in the press conference when he was like remembering when Mob showed up, and that he continued because of Mob, and like that Mob went here and like trusted him, and like he felt very bad for like using him, and like seeing who he was and not really, and keeping him not being able to grow up. He felt really bad about it.
I am very happy that we because yes, he was using it this entire time and stuff like that, but he was helping Mob at the same time very much. But I'm very happy that he reflected on the mean things and wrong things he did to Mob.
Yeah.
And stuff he said, and how it was really awful from him, and to try and cage him next to him. And I just loved, for example, that was the part that I did not expect to happen. I just expected Mob to come and save him, basically. I did not expect Reigen to reflect on everything that he did.
Yeah.
And I am very happy that they decided they chose.
I mean, I was really hoping, because like, what would be the purpose of like, Mob came and saved him, but like, the problem never was Mob.
Yeah.
The problem was, Reigen and what he, the way that he acted. And so like the big part of it was Reigen realizing something, like right before Mob came. Mob was there to save him. Like, but and in that moment he was like, are you paying attention? And then he spoke to him, like how proud he is of him that he grew up so much. But Mob was like ready to help him already. He was there because he knows the type of person that his teacher is. And then he made that whole thing happen. And then Reigen just, smiled because he knew what was happening there. That whole sequence was just so lovely that he was like speaking to him directly
just
through the cameras. I loved it. And then just the part I didn't expect was the part of Reigen being like, oh, did you see everything that was real about me and that they're calling me fake and that I have no abilities whatsoever. He kept the act up, but like I thought that he knew, but they didn't tell it out loud that he has no abilities whatsoever. But like I thought, like in the back of his head, like he knew that Mob doesn't believe him. So I didn't expect him to be like, didn't you hear everything that is being said about me and everything? Mob, of course, never thought he was a psychic. But he just like needed his teacher to show him how to be a guy. Yeah. I think that's so good for Reigen because he said like, I wanted to be, someone special. And like how it would make me feel like the most special thing to know that I helped someone else. I can't imagine a better thing to be than to be like helpful for someone else. Like that's what makes you special. Like that's what makes you good. He was kind to someone else. Even though he was like thinking I'm gonna get rid of him, but he gave him just like lovely advice and he continued giving him just very good advice that Mob needed. And he continued
caring for him.
Yeah.
Yes, at some point he didn't do stuff that are in Mob's best interest, but he tried.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
because he is just a good person at heart, like Mob said. Like he had his moments, when he said the things about Mob that were really like rude.
Exactly.
But like he
paid him pennies.
Yeah, there's that. But like he felt bad about saying it. That was like a really low point.
Yeah,
I couldn't have imagined a better episode and a better conclusion and a better just like storyline because I thought their relationship is like my favorite thing. I love that we are developing that because like in the first season there wasn't that big of a deal for me until the point where he came to the Scar headquarters, wherever it was, and then we actually see the impact that Reigen had on him, like when he continuously stopped him from using powers because he would harm others and then he could not live with himself if he harmed others. And so he continuously stopped him, even though like at so many instances it looked like that was the only thing to do to get them all out. And Reigen kept stopping him, and that's what he does for Mob, and like what a great thing. And that's the moment that I started really loving their relationship, and I'm so happy that a lot of this season is about them. And that we've progressed that, because like honestly I didn't think that we were gonna get like an acknowledgement of the things that were, let's say, wrong, because I thought it was like it was served to be a comedic part, like him paying him in pennies, The show could have easily just not addressed it and like let it continue being like a funny bit that keeps happening or whatever.
I didn't think they would, honestly.
Me neither, which is why I love this storyline so much, because they did address it. They didn't just like leave it.
Yeah, I just love the storyline for that, honestly.
Yeah, and I also didn't think that it was gonna necessarily be said out loud that Mob knows that he's not a psychic.
I thought that at some point it would,
because like I thought it was just like an unsaid thing that they both know.
No, I thought at some point,
but I couldn't have imagined a better way to say it.
Yeah, I think it was perfect
in that moment.
Yeah, I just think the whole thing was.
I love the dimples about that here.
And their relationship is just like my favorite one.
Yes,
it's just perfect.
I am so happy about this episode and this storyline. My favorite fucking thing that we've seen.
Honestly, can't wait to see what's the next episode is gonna be.
Me too.
Because this one, I mean, the past few have been just perfect.
Yeah, really amazing.
But this one's
really amazing.
Especially, if you ask me.
I loved every single part. And we even got to see Teru.
For a brief second, but we saw our cute boy.
Yes.
So happy about
His
that.
His hair is so cute.
So cute.
I love him. When are we gonna see more of him?
And we also saw the other part of the kids.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh my god, everyone's looking.
Exactly. I want to see them.
Where are they?
Like, I want that storyline as well.
We're heading towards the end of the season. Let's show
have them.
Where's Scar? I feel like when Scar shows up, then gang is back together.
What is saying Scar?
Well, Scar organization.
Scar?
Aren't they called? No, Claw is the organization.
Claw is the organization, and Scar.
Okay, Claw. Claw and Scar are the same words. I swear to God. By clawing someone, they get scarred. I mean, it's the same word. So, okay, if I say Scar and it doesn't sound like it's supposed to be in the sentence, I meant Claw. And vice versa. I feel like when Claw comes, then everyone has to band back together.
That's gonna be in the season.
Maybe it's not in the season. I don't know.
We'll see. Okay, guys. I think we have 6 more episodes until the end of the season.
Yeah. But It's fine because we
Season
are
3
gonna
just
be-
around the corner.
I love when we do that. That's how I'm trying to watch every show we watch. Just like make it so that we don't have to wait like a week. We don't have to wait that.
I agree.
I love that.
I agree.
Okay,
Thank you
that's
so
it.
much
Thank
for
you for watching.
So
Bye.
bye.